Okay, does anyone have any questions before we get started here? All right, then let's do it. Okay, first one here. So sharing my screen. Let's take a look. Okay, from 1-1, the opening encounter will already tell you a lot of information. So there are a ton of different encounters in the game. Sometimes you'll have this, which is like gold sub. So you'll be getting gold at the start of every -1. So this is gonna be like on the first round of stage 2, on the first round of stage 3, first round of stage 4, etc. And whenever I say two numbers, I'm going to be referring to the round of that stage. So for example, you might be thinking like, oh, what is Max talking about on like 3-1, 3-2, 3, like blah, blah, blah. The first number is going to be talking about the stage number, and then the second number is going to be on the round. So you can see here, 1, 2, 3, this counts as 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So that's essentially what it means. You'll be hearing that a lot, not just from me, but just from TFT in general. So that is basically what these numbers means. It just pertains to the actual stage. So from 1-1, at the opening encounter, they'll tell you a lot. There's going to be other ones like Scuttle Puddle, Crab Rave is essentially the same thing. So when you're in these higher econ slash higher resource portals, this means that the average board strength of the game will be higher because there's more resources, which means that people will be able to hit their units faster or easier, or people will be able to like level faster or easier. So that is something to keep in mind when it's a gold opener. Okay, stage 1. I mean, all of you are league players, so it's pretty comparable. Stage 1 is basically just like drafting your team. You want to make sure you have a good draft, equal balance of front line and back line, while holding as many pairs as possible. So I won't go through the pairing too much, or even I guess I'll go over the augments. So when should you take combat versus econ on 2-1? And the answer to this is it depends what you're playing. So let's say you have a lot of Katarinas, or let's say you have a lot of Kales, then you are going to be looking more to reroll. And reroll, you still need some gold, but it's not as important as getting econ for a level 8 composition where you're playing around 4 costs. Because getting to level 8 costs a lot of gold, and then not only do you have to get to level 8, now you have to get extra money for the 4 costs. So if you're looking to play around a 4 cost like your items line up, it's more so you don't have a reroll spot than taking economic augments on 2-1, something that gives you gold, something that gives you XP is going to be quite good. Right, so we take a look at this. We don't have any econ right now. Just knowing the strength of augments, we'll be skipping number 2 here, probably skipping number 1 and then defaulting the third one. So this will be talked more about in the augments class, just the actual strength of augments. So let's skip a little bit ahead here. Stars are Born. So this one is pretty good, especially for your econ. It not only gives you 7 gold right away, but you're able to stabilize your board pretty quickly. It's essentially another augment similar to like 2 Trick. So pretty good econ aug, gets you going, gets you a pretty reasonable board. I think it's okay. Okay, so we take that. Knowing whether or not you should level to 4 on 2-1 will be dependent on a few factors. All of them are going to be stemming to, are you strong or are you weak? And the way to evaluate this is a few things, right? So the first one is going to be number of upgrades. Do you have a lot of 2 stars? Yes. Okay, well, we will be most likely looking to level here and then win some rounds. And do we have item slams? Do we have a good item that we can make currently on 2-1 to increase the strength of our board? If this is like yes, and this is yes, then we are going to be leveling to 4 and trying to make a strong board and getting our gold on stage 2 through 2 ways. So this is the first decision whether or not you should level to 4 or not. Now, let's say we do level to 4. This is because now we're going to be looking to win rounds. And as I was saying, you can make your econ or your economy in 2 different ways on stage 2. let's say this is going to be the win way, and this is going to be the lose way. Now both are fine. This is going to be like it's win streaking and lose streaking, and not just like winning or losing the game. So winning, how are we going to be making our money through winning, right? So we're going to level the 4, strong board. We're going to be getting +1 gold for every round that we win, and we're also going to be getting a streak. So that's pretty good, right? +1 gold per round you win. That's good. You get a 2 streak, 3 streak, 4 streak, 5 streak. That's a lot of money. So this is quite good, right? Lose streak. If you're losing, then you're just, or you have a weak board, so you don't have any upgrades, you don't have a great slammable item, then you want to be staying level 3 and making your gold primarily through interest, where now you're 1 gold per 10 gold that you have, so +1 gold per 10 gold that you have, up to 50, of course, and streak. So here are going to be your two main ways to make money, is either going to be through interest and streak, or through just winning rounds and streak. This is because here on interest, you're going to be having a pretty cheap board, so most of your gold is actually funneled into your bank account. While if you have a strong board, then most of your gold is actually funneled into upgraded units. So after doing this evaluation, you can determine whether or not you should level and play for your streak and winning rounds, or if you should stay level 3 and or if you should stay level 3 and then make your money through loose streaking. So that's exactly what Noctis did here. It looks like the other benefit for loose streaking is you get first pick on carousel. So this is quite good. All right, so you see we're 40 gold. We're making a lot of money here. We're even taking pretty good losses. And now we are 50 gold, which is quite good. We are 5 loss. 81 is very healthy for a 5 loss. And now looking on stage 3, we are going to be super rich and we can start formulating a board. One thing to remember is the 6th loss is actually where the big money is. So from this stage on, let's say you lose streaked, right? And now it's stage 3. If your board is really good, then you can start winning from this round on. Sorry, it should be more like this on 3-1, and then just start win streaking. But if your board is still like kind of it's perfectly okay to lose this round if you are already 5 loss, because the 6th loss is where the big money is at. 6th loss or 6th win is where you get now +3, right? While only 5 is +2. Okay, so let's keep going here. All right, we choose our augments. And as we see, so now we're level 6 by 3-2. So we are looking pretty good on tempo. And if you actually look at our board, it's relatively expensive. So we are actually up on the average tempo of the game's economy, which makes sense because we took an econ augment on 2-1. Right, we have 3 gold, 3 gold. This is 5, technically 6. 6 gold, 3 gold, 3 gold, 3 gold. So it's not a very cheap board, and we're level 6 with a little bit to go. So you already know that you are on tempo for your economy here. Keep it going. So we win, lose, it's okay. Stage 3 is more about having a different priority. So the priority on stage 2 is going to be your money. Money gives you opportunity. It gives you the opportunity to roll. It gives you the opportunity to level. And both of these are going to translate into stronger board strength, which translates into winning rounds, which translates into good placements. Stage 2 is going to be minimal damage to losses, so small damage. So your priority should be on the money. Starting stage 3 now is going to be more medium damage. So you don't really want to be losing rounds on stage 3 because you're going to be taking like 11 damage maximum, even 12 damage per hit if you don't kill anything. So that is going to be pretty rough. Your priority more on stage 3 is going to be HP. So stage 2, think about the money. Stage 3, think about the HP. Okay, let's keep going here. So we actually missed a pretty important info. So 3-5. If you guys remember from the, let's see, where's the guide that I put in resources. I'll just pull it up here real quick. You guys remember this? 3-5, level 7, if you could still make at least 30 gold after leveling. So we're at level 7 here. We're very comfortable. We're making 50 gold and we're looking quite good to go. Okay, let's skip to the 4-2. Okay, so here we actually went a little bit early and it's okay to wait one here. Knowing when to level on 4-1, technically it's here. On 4-1 or 4-2 is going to be dependent on a few factors and this will affect your economy. So you will level on 4-1, or this a little bit neater, if there are two other players. I'll say, okay, a better way to say this is three-way contested. And this is including yourself. So if we're playing a level 4 composition, in this case, we're looking like Star Guardians, right? So our 4 costs are going to be Poppy and the Jinx. If we're scouting around and we see that there are two other people looking to play this, then we could go on 4-1. Because if we go 4-2, it's going to be pretty late and all the units are going to be, not all the units are going to be out of the pool, but most of them are going to be out of the pool and it'll be harder to hit. The best way to think about this is, let's say there is a bag of marbles in front of you. Now, there are a lot of marbles in this bag. However, you are only looking for specific ones. If there are a couple of people around you with the same, like looking at the same bag, and you guys are taking turns, like putting your hand through the bag and trying to take one out, if multiple players are looking for the same marbles, then it will be harder for all of the players to get the same marble, if that makes sense. So let's say there's like 5 blue ones and like 5 red ones, but everyone's looking for the blue ones. Then yeah, sometimes you get a red one, right? You roll your shop, sometimes you see these other 4 costs, but as soon as someone gets a marble or like a unit they want, that is one marble or one unit out of the bag for the other players. So that is why if you're like super contested, you could go early on 4-1 such as this. I didn't get to see what the other players are looking at. But if you are two-way, 1 to 2-way, 1 is like you're just playing the comp yourself. 2 means that there's someone else playing this composition as well. Then you can wait till 4-2. And here is our, our leveling timing here. 4-2, going to level 8, and then you roll down. So this will give you the optimal chances of hitting your units because as you can see here, we had to spend a little bit of extra gold to level to 8. If we waited one more round, then we would have had to only spend only had to spend 40 gold, but here we actually have to spend 44 gold to level. So it's a little bit more expensive. Okay, so now that you've rolled down, hopefully you hit at least like one copy of your actual board. Looking good, starting to win some rounds on stage 4. Or not starting to win some rounds, but you're winning some rounds on stage 4. Now we need to decide on 5-1 whether or not we can go level 9 or we have to roll back down. So now it's 5-1, right? If we look at here, okay, let's take a look here. Either 5-2 or 5-5, we're going to be looking to go maybe level 9. And the way you need to look at this is my board stable enough to go level 9? So I'm waiting like, okay, can I survive? Can I kill units? Can I even win rounds? And they go level 9 on 5-2. Am I even rich enough? Or do I have to wait until 5-5? So depending on these questions, you can decide whether to go 9 or not. I think here we actually look to go level 9, which I agree with. So we sack 2. Going on this interval is the same thing as going on like 4-1 instead of 4-2. We just have to spend that extra little bit of gold. Let me see when you actually had the poppy pair. Okay, actually, I probably would have rolled here for at least poppy 2. The thing is, you need to check out your lobby. With this setup, you already know this player is going first. So unfortunately, we can't go first, and we might just have to play for the highest placement that we can. So I think we probably should have just rolled here for Poppy 2 unless it's super contested, and then look to go level 9 on 5-5. The problem of sacking these 2 rounds is now we're 1 life, and we have to send it on a odd interval. So I guess here we're only 20 gold. If we had the chance to like wait one, then we could save essentially 4 gold. And then we'll also make 1 extra turn of a higher econ or a higher interest. So it's okay to delay your start. You don't always have to go fast 9 on these. This is just like an average one for your tempo. This means that you hit your forecasts. Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, they're going first place for sure. Uh, if they know how to pilot it correctly. The reason why is, let's see here. They have 7 Crystal Gambit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Crystal Gambit is essentially the uh like, how do I explain this? It's the high risk, high reward trait of the set. And if you get to 7 Crystal Gambit and you know what to do, every round is just going to give you infinite rewards. Like, it's going to give you emblems, it's going to give you artifacts, it's going to give you gold, it's going to give you items. So you're going to be getting infinite resources from your trait compared to like other traits that just give you like combat. So this is really, really hard to get to, but if you get to it, then you're basically good to go. Well, it's both are the same thing. Like, this, the composition is it's just the okay, well, trait and the composition are the same thing. It's like the Crystal Gambit trait. And yeah, that would just have to be a gauge of like, oh, did they already hit their carries? How much gold do they have? Are their augments good? Are their items good? And then that's like a different gauge. But for this, like this scenario specifically, this player will be getting just infinite resources from the trait. So they will be unstoppable. Okay, so we level to 9 here. Roll a little bit. And we eventually hit the poppy, but as you can see here, so this is what I mentioned. We load into this board. I know we really lost, so pretty unlucky. We fight them like kind of like ABCA. So as soon as you see that this is like a win out board, right? It's very hard to get to, and but if you get to it, you can win. So as soon as you can see this, you kind of just have to play for your highest placement because you know that first place is off the charts or like off the table, and you know that whenever you rotate into them, you'll be taking some damage. So this means that you need to try to win every other round in your pool. So I'd roll here for at least like the Poppy 2. Even though Jinx is a 4 cost and Ari is a 3 cost, they're both really good duos individually or like together. So you don't necessarily have to get the Jinx 2, but you definitely need some more frontline for your composition. So good game by Noctis here. Wonderful loose streak, wonderful recognition of stage 2, right? We have a couple of things, like we have the items, we have the upgrades. So we recognize, okay, our items, we don't have a great slime right now. We're not making Last Whisper, we're not making Quicksilver, we're not making Kraken. We don't have any upgrades. Okay, we're going to be looking to make our money on stage 2 through loose streaking. And then they turn things around starting stage 3, roll down on stage 4, and then we had a little bit of trouble at the very end, but it's a little bit unlucky because there is a win-out player. There's a question here, does the same logic apply for real comps? Like, if you're contested, should you be more aggressive with your rolling? Yes, so ideally, you really do not want to contest a reroll composition. 1 cost reroll is like okay to contest if your spot is really, really good for it. 2 cost reroll, I would really suggest not to contest it because it's just way too hard to hit. And then 3 cost reroll, you cannot contest 3 cost reroll. So if you are contested, yeah, you should be a little bit more aggressive with your rolling because if you're too passive, then if the player hits before you, it'll be much, much harder for you to hit your units. Kind of like the marble in the bag situation again. So well done to Noctis. I think this is a great game. Let's move on to the next one here.
Thanks, coach.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so now that we kind of had a first game where I explained the fundamentals, like the economy fundamentals. Now we could turn this a little bit more into like a group discussion where we are talking about what we want to do. So let's get into the 2-1 here. Let's see our choices. Sorry, I need to see the initial portal. What's the initial portal? Okay, so begins with the prismatic augments. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be our first econ one. Sword Crown and Lucky Gloves will be taken in their respective spots. This augment I would stay away from. Once again, won't dive too deep into the specific augments, but this augment is very undertuned. Sorcerer Crown is quite good, but you need to be playing sorcerers, having like sorcerers board. So the most general one is taking expected unexpectedness. Now, let me pull up the potentials here. Okay, here we go. So I'll also send this into the resources. Let's see, I just copy an image, throw this in here. These are going to be your odds for taking this augment, expected, unexpectedness, right? So you have your odds. And as you can see, this is essentially an economic augment. Most of the time you will be getting gold. Sometimes you'll be getting a little bit less gold, but then you're high rolling like a full radiant item, which is crazy. So these lower percentages are like the high rolls. These higher percentages are like the average ones. So regardless, this is going to be an econ augment. And here we just get the 2-4 costs. So do we think we should be leveling to 4 here and making, or a better question is, how should we be looking to make our money on stage 2 with this current setup? So who has an idea? Okay, so we have an idea for win streaking. Do you want to explain a little bit why you think this is like a good idea here? Okay, so we have spike plus items, and you're saying like we have higher cost champions. So we have 4 cost champions, but no one else has 4 cost champions. So the law of TFT suggests that we're stronger. Is that what you're trying to say here? Okay, yes, I like that. I like that. One says I can't see the full name, sorry, but it says J. It says lose streak here. Do you want to explain why you think we might be lose streaking? Because
Yeah. I mean, if I was in this spot, I think I would probably lean towards loose streaking because you don't have any tier 2 units. You don't really. I mean, you have protectors with Malphite and Janna, but like kind of don't really have anything else going on. I guess you have heavyweights with Poppy and Kobuko, but
okay,
could level up to 4 and go Karma Lucian, and I guess you could
okay.
slam items, but I mean, unless I scouted the rest of the lobby and saw that no one else really had super strong boards, I would probably aim for loose streaking because I wouldn't feel super comfortable not having any upgraded units.
Okay. So both are very, very valid. Great analysis from both players here. I really like it. And the answer is actually from here. So our average board strength is actually is on the higher side. So I would say our current setup, we have a higher than average board strength of the average lobby. So I think, let's say, on average, our current spot would win minimum 3 rounds out of 5. Could win 5, but probably is going to be minimum at least 3 as long as we get like a good item here and we natural some sort of upgrade. The best answer is we need to scout around as sorry, what is your name? I'm not sure why Discord just says J, but
Chimungo.
okay, Jamogo, yes. Great answer from there. You need to scout around and see, okay, is most of the lobby looking to lose streak? Does someone have a crazy like win streak board? So you need to be looking for like build a bud. All right. Does someone already have a 3-star 1 cost, right? Build a Bud is essentially an insta 5 win because who is beating a 3-star 1 cost on stage 2? Does someone have going long? So is someone level 6 right now, or like at what cost? So you have to take a look and see, okay, is the average board in the lobby going for the win streak or going for the lose streak? But the actual strength of our board, I'd probably say is like it's closer to like a 6.5 out of 10 on the power level for 2-1. So depending on the lobby, you can make a more informed decision, but I think it's perfectly fine to level here. Play the Karma, play the Lucian for 2 Sork, and then play the Poppy and the Kobuko, and you have quite a reasonable board for 2-1. Okay, yeah, make your fruit. This is good. Technically, these are not that great. Oh my goodness. How did we get these? Uh, uh-huh. Okay, I think you take Soul Chipper and you call it a day for now. So yeah, you could go either way. You could level, you could not level. Both are fine. You see here, we even beat someone who is level 4, and we did even level. So this just shows that our board is on the stronger side. Okay, so we already won a round. We go level 4 here. This is good. Okay, so let's talk about when you should go level 5. Okay, also one other thing is try to make as many econ breakpoints as you can on stage 2 without selling champions that would be going onto your board soon. So for example here, we win the round and now we're 9 gold. Our board is a, I'll just show the actual board. Okay, so our board is a Rel, a Puppy, a 2-star Kobuko, and we have a backline scaling carry. So which one of these units on the right here is our most valuable next unit? Okay, so the answer is technically Vi. The reason why is we can never play Udyr here, and why is that? Exactly. And Kobuko is already an upgraded unit, right? So it wouldn't make sense to drop an upgraded unit for a non-upgraded unit. So this means that we're never going to be playing Udyr here, which means that we should be selling the Udyr here to make 10 gold. Okay, let's keep a. Okay, we go through the carousel. Okay, now we should level to 5. Okay, nice. So another rule. Sorry, I'll explain this real quick, and then I'll take your question. Another rule is if I guess I'll bring this one down here too. If you are level 4, if you level to 4 on one of these 2 rounds, so either on 2-1 or 2-2, then I would say like 90% of the time you should be going level 5 on 2-5. As you can see here, it is extremely cheap. It's only 4 gold, right? Because we already pumped one earlier. So if you're level to 4 on either 2-1 or 2-2, you think your board is strong, you took a look around, you say, okay, win most, if not like all my rounds on stage 2, got the upgrades, got the items, I'm good to go. Level to 4, then on 2-5, 90% of the time you're going to level 5. The 10% is, let's say you fought like the lower half of the lobby, and then now your pool of potential battles is the higher half, and they are crazy high rolling. Like they have everything upgraded, they have insane spots, and you're looking around and you're like, okay, if I'm level 5, I don't beat them anyway, then you could just stay level 4. So I would say 90% of the time, you're going to be going level 5 if you level to 4 on 2-1 and 2-2, because it's so cheap. If you did not level to 4 on 2-1 or 2-2, this right now would be 2 out of 8, and you'd have to, or sorry, 2 out of 10, and you would have to spend 8 gold. So a lot more expensive, and you'd only do this if you are confident that you could win the next 2 rounds. So these are the 2 scenarios that you need to be thinking about on 2-5. Basically, level 4 question mark. Okay, then you should be going level 5 here. Not level 4. You should be going level 5 if you could win the next 2 rounds. Okay, sorry, I could take your question now. Oh, okay, bet. All right, so we go level 5 here. I like to see it. Well done. And you can see here now. I guess you kind of figured out like, oh, we can't even play the Udyr. Technically, your next best in from here is to actually just play the Darius in your board. Nothing wrong with playing like when you're kind of just like going throughout the stages and not having your final board yet. Nothing wrong with playing like 3 out of 2 of a unit, because like playing a Darius, right? That's heavyweight will still benefit from 2 heavyweight. And actually, I correct myself. I think you should be playing the Kennen, 2 sorcerer on your backline. Just buffing up our main carries is super important here. Okay, so that's a lot for stage 2. Let's keep it going here. Pretty unlucky loss. Maybe they have upgraded units. Let's head On to stage 3. Okay, so we're forward thinking here. Okay, that's pretty good. We're most likely playing, technically here, I think we should be playing Fast 9, or at least like, either Fast 9 or Yumi. So there's actually not too much to take a look at here, just because we're forward thinking. Okay, so the gold is coming next. We got unexpected expectedness. We get the 5 cost. Okay, we get a Lee Sin. I think you hold the Lee Sin. Okay, yes, nice. This is good. This is good. And then next round, we are going to be getting an insane influx of gold. Okay, we're 57 HP. Yeah, this is fine. How much gold do we have? A roll on 9. Okay, not that much. So what we could do here, this is a special case scenario. This won't happen most of the time. Oh, okay, wait, where should I stop it? Basically, what I'm trying to say here is, I don't think you should be going to level 9 on this turn. You don't have enough gold. Yes, so you can sack 2. You can sack 2 here. So we're 57 HP. This is now, we have now entered the end game. We have entered a win-out composition and a win-out position. So what this means is we are going to be sacrificing some HP for econ. And then once we are able to spike, we're going to Giga Spike, become the strongest in the lobby on this turn on level 9, have more gold to roll, hit our legendaries. And people on 4-5 are going to be playing a humble like 4-cost board or a humble reroll board, and we are going to be spawning in with legendaries on level 9. So it's perfectly okay to sack 2 here. We're 57 HP. If we were like 40 right now, it's a little bit more suspicious, because you'll be getting down to around 20. But 57 is extremely healthy, so it's perfectly fine to just make 2 rounds of interest and then go level 9 here on 4-5. Because as you can see here, we're rolling 25 gold. And how much does... We're rolling 25 gold. We're currently only 5 units out of 9 on our board, and we're playing a legendary board, right? Technically, we're just playing 6 Juggernauts and then a few legendaries, but we still need like Twisted Fate and like these other 2. And each one of those copies costs $5. So even if we found like a lot of these 5 costs, we can't even buy them because we don't have the gold. So it's okay to sack 2 here. Yes, yes. Even though you won these next 2 rounds, it might be a little bit tougher. You're pretty lucky that you found at least ATF in these roles, so then you can start stacking up his like bounty hunter passive. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure like stacking 2 more is it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good to go. But I like that you have this board. Not many players know about this board, so it's quite impressive that you were able to come to this. Oh, yeah, forward thinking. Mhm. Yep. You are healthy with HP and you have money. So, oh, nothing. There can't be anything. Yes. Like it truly depends on your spot. Like you don't see uh okay, let's I will answer your question, but I'll elaborate a little bit. If you take birthday present, this means that you should be going level 9. However, this does not guarantee that you are level 9. Like it's not a good game plan to think like, "Oh, I'm just going to take birthday present and go level 9." Right? It's like you want to go level 9, but you can't just like teleport there. So your question is how like what is the signal that I can go level 9? And that is good. Sorry, I'll quickly finish. So, what is a signal that will signal you to think like, oh, I can go level 9 this game? It will be any augment onto one, preferably economic, but you win all, if not most, of stage 2, and you have HP plus money. If you have both of these, and like you need a lot of these, right? Which you have in this case because you have an econ augment. You need a lot of money and you need the HP to spare to go fast 9. So those are going to be the 2. There's no like specific augment. It's just any augment that helps you get there. Sort of. I think you. Yes, yes. This is good. You have the correct board set up. No, sorry, not the setup. You have the correct board. A little bit unlucky that you didn't hit any of these earlier. I think if you sacked on stage 4, you definitely could have, because just a little bit more money, right? Like you're you just need a little bit more money. That's the main thing. However, your interpretation of the board is a little bit skewed. So TF is actually your primary carry. So the main items should be on him. In this case, it'll be the Archangel and the Void, because Merle is more of a utility item. So these items should be on the TF, and your power up fruit should be on the TF. So he's our number 1 carry. Zyra is number 2. So here we just have them reverse. And then here, it's okay to just 3 item. You should be 3 iteming whatever unit that you have items on. So here, having them split in League, it's like pretty similar, where items scale multiplicatively with each other, right? Would you rather have like 3 items on like your 80 carry, or would you rather have like 2 items on your 80 carry and then 1 item on someone else? Uh, of course, it's not like a perfect direct translation, but items will scale off of each other. So in this case, right, it's perfectly fine to just have these items on to the TF. You have an IE here. I'm not quite sure how like all the items ended up. So this one is a little bit different. But in this case, like in this board, TF is your primary carry. Set is your primary tank. But TF is also really, really good. So just whichever one you have. It's actually pretty close. It's just the fact that you have an IE. If you didn't have an IE, then these 3 items should be on set for sure. But because you have an IE, like you just have to pair the items together. Oh, you actually do that here. Okay. You do this here when it's upgraded, which is correct. But even before this, it should be 3 items. So rule number 1 of TFT: 3 item your main carry, 3 item your main tank. All right, so that was well done. Very good game. A little bit unlucky that we bought forward, and I think the biggest thing would have been to sack 2 more rounds and go level 9 on this round here. Okay, let's keep going. Probably value you'd lose mentor bonus for nothing. Yep, its tons of stats good. It's an okay augment. It probably averages about like a 4.9, and the good ones average closer to about a 4.2. So it's okay. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Shark bait here. Don't know. Oh, it's Vi. The Vi encounter. You got component anvils. So this is going to be a pretty common, a pretty common econ game. There's nothing too crazy here. Of course, it could be gold opener. We don't know that yet, but I don't think it is. No. Okay. So no gold opener. Let's take a look at the 2 ones. Okay, no econ here. Now, me saying econ on 2-1 does not mean you have to take econ on 2-1. Of course, there are infinite augments, or not infinite, but there are plenty of augments in the game, and each one, of course, has different strength that also is comparative to your current spot. So don't always have to take econ, but if you are playing a level 8 composition, econ definitely helps. So let's take a look here. Mess Hall, not sure how this augment is in the game. It is extremely undertuned, but they keep it in here. Luchador crown would be good if we're already have like a Luchador 80 setup. And then Tactician's Kitchen is okay, gives you a random emblem, which is really good when emblems are really strong and like verticals are really strong in the game, such as like 8 of something. So like 8 soul, when 8 soul fighter is really strong, or like 8 star guardian is really strong, or like 7 battle academia. So when verticals are really strong, augments such as Tactician Kitchen go up in value, because if you hit one of these, then you're good to go. All right, 9 lives. This is an econ augment. This is very good. Let me pull up the thing here. I'm not actually sure if we take it or not. Okay, so we don't take it. But I will show the 9 lives table real quick. Okay, so as you see here, the 9 lives table gives you 3 gold here. Then it gives you 7 gold, 9 gold, 4 gold, item 16/5/ like, it depends what you use these on, and then a little bit more gold here. So 9 lives, econ augment, very, very good. I like taking this. It is a little bit harder to pilot because, well, you only get 9 lives and then you lose 1. So it's a little bit more complicated augment. but that would be a good economic one. Wandering Trainer, once again, solid when this is the exact same logic. Prismatic opens like this, where it gives you an emblem, is extremely good when the meta is vertical heavy. So like 7 of something, 8 of something, etc. The good thing about Wandering Trainer is also gives you 6 gold. So both of these are pretty similar. I'd probably take Wandering Trainer. And then this is really good if you have like a lot of units that can use artifacts already. So if you have like Gangplanks on your bench, if you have like, I don't know, like Malphites, Kales, etc. So we take Wandering Trainer. I think it's pretty good. The 6 gold actually helps to make a lot of econ intervals. So it's pretty good. Okay, let's run this through again. Level to 4, stay level 3. What does the team think? Okay, level 3. Okay. Level 3. And well, why stay level 3 here? Okay, so you're saying like I think you said like we have no upgrades. This is actually reasonably strong for early game. So you get a full training dummy that will tank for your team. So this is a tank. And then also you can now play and formulate a stronger board on stage 2 because there are more traits to play around. Unfortunately, in this spot, we don't have any upgrades and we just don't have that many units. Wait, how do we have no units? Okay, so Sharkbait, we definitely, if you're not making the next interval, then it's perfectly okay to hold potential units that you can play on to your bench. For example, here we're not making 10 gold anyway, so it's perfectly, it's actually, you must hold these units on your bench to give you the potential to make a stronger board on stage 2-1. Okay, so Sharkbait does well, stay level 3 here, and now we're going to be making our gold through econ. I would say a general tip for for just TFT in general is if you're playing a level 8 comp. So first off, let me clarify. Level 8 comp just means not reroll. This means the exact same thing basically, unless you're playing level 9, but that's very niche as we saw from the previous VOD. So if you're not re-rolling and you're playing around level 8, you should usually not roll before, or sorry, not re-roll, not roll before stage 4. I would say this is the beginner guide for TFT. If you're playing a level 8 composition with 4 costs, you should not roll before stage 4. The reason being is the value of your rolls are not that efficient. Now, of course, as you go like higher into the ranked, you'll start to recognize like which timings like you should roll, even if you're playing a 4 cost composition. But the main reason is we are looking for 4 costs. I'll write it over here. We're looking for 4 costs, and before stage 4, we're probably not going to be like level 7/level 8, and we can't find these 4 costs. So if we need to use a lot of gold to hit our 4 costs on level 8, it really sets us behind if we use this gold before we even get to that spot. So this is the golden rule, I'd say, for like I would say more beginner to intermediate TFT players. Do not roll before stage 4 if you are not rolling, or slash if you are playing a level 8 comp. Okay, so let's skip ahead here. Okay, we got some item slams. Looks like we're playing around Soul Fighter this game. Okay, let's skip to the 2-5. Okay, so what should we do here? We talked about it earlier about like these things, and then this here. So what was our algorithm? Level 5. Okay. Yes, you guys are correct. If you level to 4 on either 2-1 or 2-2, 90% of the time you should be leveling to 5 here. So in this case, let's take a look. If like for some reason these 4 players all like super spiked and they have a crazy board, then we could stay level 3 here. But as you see here, it's only 4 gold to level, and yes, we miss out on the 30. But what would you rather? Miss out on the 30, and this goes to 4 because we won the round, and you get a +1 from winning, and you get to save HP. So winning is definitely really good. So if this unit can help and is the difference of losing and winning the fight, then you definitely want a level 5. Mhm. Level 4. So that is purely relative. There is no like yes or no answer to that. It purely depends on what these guys are playing, how good they are, if they formulate a strong board or not. So it's if you scout and you see, let's say we look at this player, right? This means they have won the past 3 rounds, right? So their board has to be like reasonably good. And when I say good or bad, I don't mean like good or bad in skill. I mean like strong. So the strength of this board relative to the other boards of the lobby is on the higher side, right? Or at least must be higher. This board must be higher in strength than the boards they have faced because obviously they won. So you take a look here, and kind of to answer your question, this is going to be most likely the main player that is contesting our 5 streak, right? So if we take a look and our board is stronger than theirs, we don't need to level. If you're already going to win the round, then you can greed both the 30 gold from interest and you're guaranteed, or you're not guaranteed, but like if you win as well, then you get both pieces of the pie. So I hope that answered your question. There's no yes or no. It's just purely relative. You take a look at the board. If you beat them anyway, why even level? If you need to level to beat them, then you level. You actually make more money by leveling to 5 and continue the win streak than you do by interest. Yes, exactly. And you also get to save the HP. Okay, so got a little bit lucky here. We faced one of the weaker players. And then here would we level the next round? Okay, so wait, what is going on here? Oh, we won. That is good. Um, okay, I mean 5 streak is good. Oh, we did not cover this yet. What should we do here? So what does the team think? So it's now 3-6. Take a look at our board. Should we go to level 6 right now and break the rule? Or should we stay level 5? What does the team think?
I'd scout first to see if I could win the next win 3-1 to continue the win streak at
Okay.
6.
Yes.
If I decide I can win by leveling, then I'd keep the win streak.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So let's get around, see who might be contesting your win. If you beat them anyway, stay level 5. If you need the 6 soul fighter and the level 6 to beat them, then you level. If you scout and their board is ridiculously strong and will beat yours, then you don't level. So this is like kind of just like an algorithm, right? Beat them anyway, don't level. Need the level to beat them, level. Can't beat them anyway, don't level. So I might write that. Honestly, I like that. Let me write that in here. All right. Win to level. Let's go around. If you beat them anyway, don't need to level. Save gold. With interest. If you need the level to beat them, level. If you lose, even no, that's even with the level, don't level. Does this make sense to everybody? Okay, let's take a little screenshot here. Send this in the resources as well. Okay, so that is the that's the correct answer of whether or not it should be level 6 here. Keep it going. Okay, so we won the previous round. Yeah, shows our augments here. Won't dive too deep onto the augments. Let's go on to 3-5, which is going to be the next big one. Okay, so what's the plan? Would anybody would anybody be shocked if I said it's the exact same algorithm that we just talked about? So we're starting to see a pattern here, right? We're now on 3-5. We're 8 streaking, which is very good. We see someone else who is streaking, and a lot of people ask. They ask me like, "Hey Max, should I level here or should I not level? I don't know." You just run this algorithm. You it's like a code. You just run the algorithm. Take a look. If you beat them anyway, you just stay level 6. If you need the level 7 to beat them, then you level. If you lose to them anyway, you just stay level 6. Now, this is for the players who are contesting your streak, right? What about these players? Let's say that this player you don't beat anyway, right? So 100% lose. Run a couple. This is pretty important, so I'll take a little bit of time to do this. So this is 100% lose, even with level. So I'll write the full thing. This is TFT is essentially a puzzle. So 100% lose, even with level. Okay, so this is good. All right, and then let's say these two is a 100% win, and then over here is 100% win. Okay, without level, without level. Okay, well, what are we doing in this scenario after scouting? Okay, so you're saying 66% of the time we are going to win anyway, and 33% of the time we are going to lose anyway, so we might as well not level. Now, what happens if we go like this? So 33% of the time you will lose even with your level, 33% of the time you will win with the level, and then 33% of the time you will win if you like leveled or if you didn't level. What do you do now? This is an interesting one, right? Um, see a couple of people typing. So, okay, one says probably still don't level. Okay, probably still don't level. What if I told you now is just a 50-50% chance, 50-50 between continuing your win streak or losing out? Well, it actually depends how much gold you have, or losing out on some gold of interest. It gets a little bit more enticing now, right? So this scenario is a little bit more complicated. Of course, it will depend on how much gold you have after leveling. But generally, if you could still make at least 30 gold, even most of the time, this won't be 100%, right? Like you could take a look. Sometimes it's hard to judge boards. Like if you say even like 60%, right? Then this is like perfectly fine. So the main answer to this is after scouting around, you need to either level or not level and save your money or like use your money, depending on whether or not you need the strength of your board. So for example, if we like for example, we don't need to level here to beat this board, right? We beat this board anyway. So we could have saved the extra gold with 50. But it really depends on what these other ones. So a little bit more complicated. The main thing you just need to remember is this algorithm. This is like the golden algorithm. If you follow this, it's like this is like the Bible of TFT. Uh, and I just wow, okay, that's a little bit of an exaggeration because I just wrote it now. But this will help you infinitely if you just you follow this, you ask yourself your questions, and then you ask yourself those questions, and then yeah, you're good to go. Okay, let's keep it going here. Still got our 9 streak. Okay, 10 streak, really good. Okay, now this is a little bit different. because now we are on the stage of the actual forecast, right? Also, we'll probably go for another 35 minutes. We won't just end in 5, so I'll still do another one after this. Because now we're on stage 4 and we're looking to play around the forecast. This is no longer a like scout around, add an extra unit, right? Because we are going to be spending a lot of gold on stage 4 with the level 8. So I like this. Sharkbait does a great play here. Stays level 7, makes the 50 gold, and then next level, we are going to be looking to go level 8. Okay, pick our augments. Next level, we're looking to go level 8. And now we can roll depending on the exact same thing. So we take a look around. Of course, you won't always have this much time to scout around, and also depends if you're contested, then you're just rolling here, or maybe even before. But the main thing of TFT is you need between like the really good players and those who are still learning. The really good players will optimize, and what this means is making sure that their board is stronger than the boards in their pool and saving as much money as possible. Because you could send it to 0 gold right now, right? You could send it to 0 gold and have an insane board for the next couple rounds. Right? You'll win this round, you win this round, maybe you'll even win these two. But what happens when these players on 5-1/5-2 are starting to go level 9 and you're still level 8 with a stage 4 board? You're gonna start losing out, right? And not saying that this is a horrible strategy. This is very good for placing top 4, but what about your future? Or let's say we only need to increase the strength of our board a little bit right now, so we roll to, I don't know, let's say like 20 gold, right? I got a couple upgrades in here, and then like maybe we win some, or we win some, we lose some. That's okay. And then on stage 5, now we could start to look to go level 9. Then that's a little bit of a better idea. So this is why you don't see players sending it straight to 0 on this round. Yeah. Okay. Keep looking here. 7 Soul Fighter. Okay. Board's looking pretty strong. Okay, doing a little bit of rolling. I like that we're keeping some gold in the bank. And the other thing is we have a lot of HP to work with. So we don't immediately have to send it and try to immediately increase the strength of our board. What about factoring the thought of not loving the 7 if it drops you below 70? Let's say in the 50-50 scenario. Oh, if it drops you below 30 gold and it's a 50-50, I would just stay level 6. It's okay. This is why high elo players rage when the streak gets griefed. Yes, streak is incredibly important. Okay, it's looking good. All right, 5-1. We don't have Samira 2 yet, right? We do. We do have Samira 2. We don't have set. Okay, so here the play is to just roll on. You can just like roll an 8 until you find one set, and then as soon as you find one set, you can stop. Oh, we found it. Okay, so we just play the set over. No, this is actually pretty good. You just play the set over the rise, and then you can start to go level 9. Oh, a small thing here. You actually don't need to lock the shop. It's okay to just buy the set. Okay, keep it going here. Want to see when we go level 9. Okay, we are going for the 3-star 4-cost strategy, actually. And this is a little bit of a more risky strategy because sometimes actually you are more favored on level 8 to not hit your 3-star 4-cost. So I think the main thing from this VOD is to know that after you hit your Volibear 2 and your Samira 2, set 1 is relatively comparative to Xinjiao 2. So you already have like your 2 main carries, right? We have plenty of HP, we have plenty of gold. You had your items on the Xinjiao before we found the set, right? So it's okay to go level 9, and it's pretty unlikely to hit the 3-star 4-cost on level 8. Well, on level 9, we could just play around the Gwen 5-cost, and then have a higher chance of capping out. Okay, so well done, Shark Baits. We had some really good plays here. I like the streak, and I like the. I really like the sacking one on 4-1 here, recognizing that we have a lot of HP to work with, and our board is already really good. So I like that. Well done, and let's move on to the next VOD here. I have to find it first. Okay. I think now it is Goober's turn. All right, take a look at any questions so far. Definitely didn't roll to 0 in the VOD I shared. Oh, I mean, that's okay. We'll take a look here. Another half an hour here. Okay, prismatic augments. All right. Okay. So it's not a gold opener, just a regular opener. I like that we're holding units for potentials. Okay, and bang. All right, let's see what you take. Okay, here we go. So let's talk about these two real quick. Investment strategy. The value of an investment strategy goes up significantly based off of how much gold you have, right? So this is technically not an econ augment, but this one is extremely good in like Scuttle Puddle, where you have a lot of gold. It's very good in like Gold Sub, where at the start of every round or at the start of every stage, you get a lot of gold. So stuff like this, or if it's a gold opener, right? Sometimes you have only 2 components, but then you get plus I think it's actually plus 12. It's plus 12? It's either plus 12 plus 6. Sorry, it's been a long day. But sometimes you only get 2 components and then more gold. Sometimes you only get 1 component and then a lot of gold. So that's when this is good. Going long is an econ augment. You no longer gain interest, but you gain 15 gold immediately, and round starts, you gain 4 XP. So this is an augment where you kind of just go crazy. Like you don't care about interest. So you hold like all the units that you want. You level whenever you want. It's super tempo. So this is another econ augment. And then we take Star Guardian Crown. Okay. Oh, wow, we already leveled. But let's think about it as a team. All right. So we take this. This is real time, right? Like let's say we take this. Bang. Okay. I mean, I couldn't pause it in time, but we see the shop. What are our 2 options here? Level 4, level 3. Same thing. So you might start to recognize a pattern here. TFT, most of the time, you can use the same fundamentals from game to game to game. Like the comps will be different, the items will be different, the augments will be different, but the same thought process is there. So we have definitely level here. What is your reasoning for wanting to level here?
You can level and throw in Ezreal, you can slam JG, you can slam Heartsteel, and you have so many units on the bench. I mean, you could maybe even do a cheeky roll and try and get a guarantee.
You have the emblem as well.
Okay, so I like that. I don't really like the rolling here. I'd say most of the time, like follow the golden rule. Don't roll before stage 4 if you're playing around level 8. But you're right. We have an upgrade, right? We have bastions. We have this is technically more of an early game augment. The reason why, well, it gives us that's a big why. The reason why, sorry, bad pun, is it gives us a unit, it gives us a full item, and it also gives us the emblem. And we already have Star Guardians. So we are actually quite strong here. So we're definitely going to level 4. And I like it. We can play the Ezreal. We can put the Steadfast on our... Okay, here's a good question. This is not econ related. Are we putting this... the Star Guardian emblem will go on the Garen, right? But who is the Steadfast going on? What does the team think?
Probably Garen.
We're probably Garen.
The lady,
Okay.
because you have 1 copy.
So, yeah.
Never mind. I just see the shot. Never mind.
Yeah, so there's actually another one here. I would actually probably put it on the Garen. The reason why is you're always going to be playing the Rel, right? So this kind of just helps you with a remover later. And unless one unit is significantly stronger than the other, like just through bad rat games, like coding, or just like I guess like balancing, then a Star Guardian Bastion Rel will be one star will be relatively powered to a 1 cost or a 1-star Garen that's also a Bastion and now Star Guardian. So that's just a small thing for you. All right, let's level 4. Let's slam the JG. Let's get our items on.
Max,
Yes.
I have a quick question about rerolling. I know that like, the kind of the golden rule is you wouldn't want to reroll at all because you would want to try and save Econ.
Yeah.
But considering that you have Garen and Rel pair, wouldn't it be like not a terrible idea to try and reroll and find an extra cop because you already have 2 pairs or no?
Okay, so let me ask you this. We can't roll this round, right? So you'd want to roll next round.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't even realize that. My bad.
Oh no, it's not even that. Um, what happens? Let's say we go here. Okay, so what happens if we roll right now? We miss.
Yeah, you're even further away from making the interest break point.
Yes, exactly. So it's more so that stage two is stage two. We got to focus on the money, right? We really got to focus on the money. So if we're spending 2 gold here for like a maybe, then it's very risky. You're kind of like gambling your game right at the very start. And sometimes it's not even needed, right? The exact same algorithm. Let's see. Okay, these two players, these 3 players won their first round, right? Take a look at them, right? We take a look at them first because this means that these 3 players lost. If we're gonna beat their board anyway, then why even roll? What happens if we roll now? Next round we can't make 10 gold, and in the next shop, like let's say we roll now, we hit like the rel, okay? We load into someone and we beat them anyway with the rel or without the rel. And then next round, we can't make 10 gold, and there is a rel anyway in our shop. Then we're kind of just like kind of behind, right? So this is why I always say for beginner to intermediate players, like anything below, I would say like grandmaster, uh, really don't roll before stage 4 and just play around units in your natural shop and then play around the units that you're given on like stage 1 and then from your environmental drops. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Good question. Prodigy, 3-star Guardian, 2 Bastion seems pretty strong. Yep, I agree. One thing is, I just put them onto here. If you didn't have Garen pair, then you would be correct of putting the items onto the rel. But then late game, when you have your Poppy and then your rel 2 with your items, then you're like, oh no, I'm gonna have to move it. Or what if we hit a like, I don't know, what if we hit like an Ari and then we also hit like a Swain? Then you can sell this. The items would be on it, and then you can now move it onto a better unit than rel. So this is just the way of thinking. All right, let's keep going here. So our board is actually pretty expensive, which is why we're not making 10 gold here. It's also more so like we want to hold on to these pairs, which is good. This is our next in. Can't make 10 gold here, but if you remember the win versus lose, money edition, win is through streak and through the +1s, right? And then like I'll put in a little color, like you get like a little bit from interest, but not that much, as you can see here, right? But then lose, if you're lose streaking, then you get your money from lose streaking and interest. Because if we had a weak board right now and we did not level to 4, then instead of all of our money being invested into holding like units, our money would just be in the bank and we'd be making money through interest instead and the lose streak. So these are the 2 main ways. It's very important on stage 2 to identify how you're going to make your money, either through win streaking or through lose streaking. All right, let's keep going here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here we go. We're at the Garen. Very good. Now, this is a good play. However, what should you do before moving this over? Anybody can answer. It doesn't have to be just who is this? Anybody can answer here. So what should you do before removing here? No worries, I'll answer. So before removing from your 1-star unit to your 2-star unit, you must see if it's necessary. So you take a look here. Okay, take a look here. Take a look here. It's like, okay, I beat them anyway. I'll just keep it on this unit. Maybe next round I even hit a rel 2, and now we're back to like square one. If you take a look at these two boards, or technically this person as well, and you see like, okay, their boards are like pretty strong. I need my items on my main tank in order to beat them. Then you commit the remover, and then you put it onto the Garen. Okay, so we win here. Yeah, that's okay to sell. Yeah, nice. Make 10 gold. All right, here we're just finishing off our third tank item. We got a Sunfire, very good. Okay, level to 5. Nice. I like it. This is good. Yeah, this is good. Remember the rule? Level 4 here. Oops. Level 4 here. Level 5 here. Must remember this rule. They followed this rule here. We're looking good. Okay, get the 4 streak going. And hopefully a 5 streak. Oh my god. This is actually Godzilla. Okay, hopefully we just don't fight them. I mean, that is crazy. Oh, we got lucky. Right. Maybe our board will be stronger on stage 3 and we can actually beat them then. Oh, we have Ari. Ari's good. Must hold that. What happened here actually? Oh, you moved it over. I think it's okay to just play the Ari over the Nico for now, and then you don't have to change this around. Okay, fall into them. A little bit unlucky. Okay, yeah, level 6, 3-2. This is good. Skip ahead to 3-5. Okay, this is correct to stay on level 4. This is correct to stay level 6. If you dip below like 30 gold, then this means you should stay level 6. If you could stay if you could stay 30 gold, then it's okay to level to 7 here. It's more okay to level to 7 even on the next round. I like this because you only lose 1 gold from interest here. So this is much more reasonable to level on this round. This is well done. Very, very well done. Even if you lost, it's fine. You only lost like 1 gold worth of value, and you actually saved a lot of HP from killing units. So this is very well done. All right, we sack one round here. Nice. Okay, this is looking good. Go level 8 on go level 8 on 4-2. Okay, we roll down.
This is where I went to 0 because I felt super weak because I had nothing upgraded at all.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky. Even if you hit RE2, you're in a pretty good spot. So I'd probably roll again next round. Okay, you're good to go now. Okay, we're good for at least 1 turn. Our board setup is quite good. Nice, you didn't even roll. Okay, well done, well done. Okay, this is looking good. See, like, yeah, no, this is looking very good. Here, so now after carousel, usually after carousel, the average board strength increases again, right? There are a couple spike timings within a stage. Here is the first timing on the dash 2, where most players will be leveling and rolling, such as we did. And the next one will be on dash 5 after carousel, where players got to manually choose an item component, which means that their board is going to be increasing in strength. So now you need to look around, see like, oh, if you need the RE2, then I'd probably roll again. Even like if you roll 3 times, stay above 10 gold. If you hit, even better. And if you don't, then it's okay, you stay 10 gold. So I'd get around here and decide whether or not I want to roll or not roll. From those 2 boards, you don't have to roll, so this is fine. See, you like beat this board. Yeah, keep going here. I think what is that? A 3-star Swain. Okay, that's pretty. We lose here, and then on 5-1, we have to roll back down. Oh wait, that was a lot of gold at that last little part. Actually, it was not that much. Okay, here I would roll for at least RE2. I would roll here for at least RE2, and then you could look to go level 9 on the dash 5. It's okay to even go level 9 on the dash on like stage 6. But here, like starting stage 3, you must have an upgraded backline carry. Okay, so let's see when we go level 9. Okay, so we're going to level 9 on 6-1 or 6-2. Okay, we went on 6-1. Okay, we have the Ari, we have the Jinx, we have the Seraphine. Looking pretty good. And there should be a win, unless this person's board is pretty good or pretty crazy. No, I think this is a win. I mean, we're level 50. We're level 950. And so, what happened here? Maybe I'll help you with final positioning before we go to the next VOD. All right, getting Protector in here is really good. I actually think Sunfire is a better item than the Bastion, so I wouldn't have moved these. Oh, we did it. All right, well done. So good VOD. Main things. What are the main things? Good level on 2-1. I like that. Leveled on 2-5. I like that. This is technically, I think, a level diff. If you kept the items on the Syndra, and if you kept the items on the Syndra and level for the Ezreal, I think you beat this player for sure. And then apart from that, I think you did pretty well. Yeah, level to 6 here. Your most impressive play was leveling to 7 on 3-6 instead of 3-5. I think maybe you don't go first. Maybe you don't go first if you level to 7 on this stage because it's just too expensive. Or on this round, I mean. Oh, I made it angry. Oh, here we go. Right? If you level to 7 here, it is way too expensive. It costs 32 gold. Right? Yes. Yes, it costs 32 gold. So you'll be going down to, actually, wait a minute. I think you're 34 gold after this. Is my math adding up? 2? Yes. Okay, so you'd be actually at the bare minimum. It's a pretty expensive level. Maybe I should even increase this to from 30. This is like, it's okay. If you actually leveled here, I don't think it's that big of a deal. You'd have to scout around and see if it made like a big difference. Yeah. I think both are actually fine. I miscalculated, but both are actually fine. But the fact that you won and you got to keep your 50 gold from last round means that you're in an even better spot. So this is well done. Let's see whose was this? Just a goober. Well done. Very well. And applause to you. Okay, starting muted, and let's get into the next one. Okay, component anvils, Jumungo. Okay. Let's take a look here. This will be our final VOD of the day. And then I'll do a little bit of questions at the end. And then we'll call it. Okay. Level to 4, stay level 3. How are we making money on stage 2?
Lose streak.
Lose streak. Why lose streak?
I'm be honest, just the vibes and
Just the
the quick
vibes. Okay.
the quick glance that no upgraded units. Not confident with the
Oops.
items either.
Maybe 4. Okay. Okay. Maybe 4, have a 2-star interfere with several items with anvils. So I think it's strong enough to win at least 3 out of 5. When you're looking at 2-1, your thought process should be it should not be if I level here, I have to win all 5 rounds. Or your thought process shouldn't be if I lose right now, I have to lose all 5 rounds. And the reason why I say this is if you can win at least 3 out of 5 rounds, minimum, right? Anything can happen. Maybe you get something crazy off of carousel, maybe you high roll something, right? Anything can happen. Then this is a pretty good spot, right? You're up HP, that's already plus 3 gold from winning. You're up HP as well, and you deal damage to other players. This is quite good. Or if you lose the first 3 rounds, then you get priority on carousel, you get your item, and now you could win the next two even better. So I would say this is on the lower end of the power. The one saving grease that we have is every other player has 2.5 items, right? But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 3 completed items if we choose to do it. It's a lot to do in one round. Like you'd have to immediately buy this level and then start popping anvils. I'd probably look to make I would probably make a void staff. Hopefully pop to make some sort of like a jewel gauntlet, and then maybe like a gunblade with the sword, and then put the fruit on, and then your board is actually pretty strong. So I think both are fine. If you level here, no problem. I like it, but we do have to pop the anvil. So void staff is good. Rising chaos, just as in general, is extremely broken. The main ones you need to know, everyone needs to know this. For stage 2 is Lucian and Syndra. So Lucian's is Bullet Hell, and Syndra's is Rising Chaos. If you can hit one of these, you are looking good. Okay, we're hovering it.
I
Oh
hovered
no,
it, but
no,
it
no, no,
didn't
no, no,
go
we
in
went
'cause
back.
I've never taken Rise of
Ah,
Chaos, so no.
okay, a little bit unlucky. If we are leveling 4 here, we must pop these right away. Sunfire is fine, and then you can just leave this anvil. You can just leave this anvil for now. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What happened to the Neferi? No, 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 no. Okay, I know you want to play. Oh, this is a 2-star. Oh, this is actually close. We'll go more in depth for this for another day, but the power
Yeah,
of doing this is actually very, very, very close. The reason
I
why
didn't
is
know what to
Ezreal
do
is
there.
okay. Actually, no, I like this. I like this. I would keep this. Two-star equals 2-star, and it's more so you have the items on a Syndra. So even if you play the Battle Academy, now you're buffing up the Battle Academies where your main carry is the Syndra. Also, Syndra 2 is actually stronger than Ezreal. Syndra 1 is stronger than Ezreal 2 with oh, I guess you don't have Rising Chaos. Okay, if you had Rising Chaos, then Syndra 1 is stronger than Ezreal 2. That's just Riot Games balancing little trick for you. Okay, 2-5. All right, we go level 5. All right, that's looking good. Take a look at stage 3 now. All right. Okay, nice. Stage 3. Yeah, level 6. That's what I like to see. Okay. Wait. 4. No, 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 no. Did you overpump one? What happened here? Oh, you're already level 7. Oh, you went the last turn? Okay. So you should only go level 7 here if it's the diff. Let's see. Katarina 2. Why did they have JG slammed? Don't really know what's going on here. Let's look at our board. Hmm. Wait, what did you level for?
I think I leveled for 5 Battle Academia.
Oh, actually, that's pretty strong. Okay. Actually, I need to see the strength of their board again. Star student. Oh, I don't think you need to level. This board is their board is not that strong. However, neither is ours actually because our fruit is stuck on the the Syndra, but we don't have items on her anymore. So what we do is you probably just sell the Syndra, and then fruit either your frontline or your Malzahar. I'll probably fruit your frontline here because you have 2 items on your Rakan. All right, let's take a look at stage 4. We were playing Yumi this comp. We're playing Yumi this game. Okay, unfortunately, we got our streak snapped here. Okay, we sack 1. Nice. Okay, sack 1. Level to 8 next round. This is looking good. Okay, roll down for at least 1 copy of Yumi. Nice. Yes, this is good. I'll help you out with the items a little bit. Okay, Gunblade. Yes. Okay, we needed to move these off actually. So it should be Gunblade, Jewel Gauntlet, Guard, Void Staff, Morello, Rabadon here.
Yeah, I was actually trying to do that. I don't know if you saw it. I actually tried to
Oh,
snap
to
it
get it
onto the
off? Yes,
Katarina. I
yes.
just didn't get it off in time.
Yes, you're good to go. And honestly, the Sunfire umbrella is not even bad. But you will reforge one. You should reforge one starting the next stage here. Did you didn't hit a Cassante, or what happened here with the Cassante?
Yeah, no, I never hit a Cassante.
Okay, no Cassante, no Leona. Okay, that's a little bit unlucky. But you still have a pretty good setup. Oh, nice. We got the Leona. All right. Okay. Yes, this is good. Oh my god, these are so bad. You can just take Kenai for now. Yeah, redo it. Okay, I like that. Oh my god, we got these are very unlucky. I'd probably have to you probably just do it one more time. I think this is the best one out of these three. Okay. Oh, okay. We just took whatever, put it on here, get it onto the Leona. And oh, you got pretty unlucky with these power-ups. I would just take Selfish here. I like that. All right. Looking good. I mean, we're 80 HP. Might as well just sit on 4 gold. Even if we lose this round, not a big deal. I mean, that guy... Are they 7 crystal? What is going on this board? No, they're 5.
That guy ends up getting 7th crystal and he goes bot 4.
Oh, that's unlucky. Yeah, this is good. Nice. We really need a Cassante, though. Okay. Yeah, we roll down. Oh, here we go. Okay, so Cassante is better than Zyra here, so we should just sell the Zyra. Yes, I like this. Before we put this on, we should roll a little bit more. Here, I'm happy to send it even to 20 or 30 gold. And then if you hit Cassante 2, then you put this on him. If you're stuck on Cassante 1, but you hit Rakan 2, then you put it on Rakan. And then also, we're sitting on some like important pairs, like we are sitting on Yuumi pair. So it's good to finish her upgrade. Okay, Bow. Whoa, Titans. Today's not the item masterclass, so that will be talked about in a different day. Okay, Yuumi. No Leona. Oh, we redid it. Okay, here we go. Oh my god. So okay, for those who are wondering, number 1 is Bullet Hell. Bullet Hell is Yumi's best. And then number 2 is Super Genius. If you can find one of these two, then you are looking really, really good. Everything else is like pretty average on her. Oh, we found it. Wait, what happened? We couldn't. Oh, we found both. Okay, okay. All right, so now we super hit. Nice. All right, now we just go slowly level 9. Okay, or at least we try to go level 9. That's the right idea. And there's nothing left to roll for. And then I think unfortunately we die. But you have the right idea where you're going level 9. A little bit unlucky. I think if you got a little bit luckier with your power-ups, I think your setup was good. You had everything there. 5 prod. I would say the main problem, your econ was done very well this game. I don't have any problem with your econ. And that's what we're worried about today. So I'd say well done. Very, very well done. This was a good VOD. Can't always go first, so you got a good placement. You played a good game. I think you should be proud of yourself.
I do have a question that stemmed from this one. It's kind of one of the
Yep.
reasons why I brought it. Was the guy that ended up going first? He was running Battle Academia as well, but he was going. He had 3-star Katarina.
Okay.
This might sound a little toxic, but should I have like held my cats to grief him?
Oh yeah, of course.
All right.
Of course, of course.
I'm gonna do that in the future.
As long as it does not cost you econ. If it does not, if holding, let's say you're like 46, no, 46, you only lose 1 gold. If you're like 28 out of 30 gold and you're holding a cat, then that is not okay, because you are now like you're putting yourself behind to grief like 1 player, and that's not worth it. But if it doesn't cost you any econ, then yeah, hold the Katarinas. They're re-rolling it. That is a very, very smart play competitively. However, for those who are just like casual players, yeah. So It's up to you. But like in my games, you already know I'm holding units. Players are holding units on me. It's just part of the game. This is part of the game. Like they're sticking their hand into the marble bag looking for blue marbles, but you have a blue marble in your pocket already. So it's truly it's up to you. It's I would say it's good. Um yeah, no, it's good. People might find it a little bit disrespectful. But from a competitive standpoint, if you're looking to rank up, like this is the correct play to do.
Yeah, I would like to rank
Fuck
up.
'em.
So yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Don't
Fuck
care.
'em.
Okay. So that is I believe the last VOD. Yeah, so now we have finished the first coaching session. So I want to thank everybody so much for coming.